It's time. It's time. It's time. Hello. Hello, welcome. Oh, that was the wrong one. Hi. Hey, Leo. Hey, Ghislaine. Hello, Ray. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Oh, shit. I'm going to need to turn that off. There we go. We're about to hear me double. Good thing there's a stream delay, huh? So I'm just relotioning because I just had to go to the little kitty cat's room. Hey, it's Brittany. Hello, welcome. Hi, everybody. Okay, first of all, you can't really see it, unfortunately. I was hoping that the angle would be better. You can't see my new light, but I want to show you my new light. So, hang on, let me just... It's doing this. It's doing this on my ceiling. Isn't that cool? It is so cool. I love it. That's the new light that Brian got me. I was kind of hoping that it would be like more visible up here, but the rest of the room is just a little bit too bright and the angle isn't quite right. So it has like a head that tilts, but that's incorrect. I don't have any cats right now. Well, I mean, I do. I have a butt dodgers, but I'm not aiming a camera at my butt. But yeah, the head it tilts so it has a downlight that is currently shining on my corner display cabinet for my polish that has all my BCB and Arcana lacquer stuff in it. And then, so it's got the one light shining down, and then on the top, it's got the ripple light shining up at the same time. And I can have like one or the other or both. But that's the full brightness for the ripple. And unfortunately, it doesn't angle quite enough to be able to see it on stream, which is a little sad, but oh well. But it's cool. Hi. But camera isn't yours, but I feel like I tried to set up a good angle, and she was lying at a stupid angle where you couldn't see her face anyway, so it was like just like a gray furry blob, and then my butt, which is also gray because I'm wearing gray pants. Meh. Anyway. We're here for some BCB Lacquers Indieversary swatching fun. I'm excited about this one. Oh, I need to get my my teacup out of the way. It's taking up space, but this is my teacup. Can you see that? Are you gonna focus properly? There we go. Do we love it? I love this. I love this mug. You ditched Danny for me. Oh no. I'm going to have to apologize to Danny. Hello, welcome Belly, welcome Dame. Welcome Alyssa and Najwa. Hello, hello. The gang's all here. My watch is charged. Excitement. My goodness gracious. We're going to do the thing. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we start with a basic rundown of the information about the sale. And like just, super quick rundown about what's going to be offered during the sale. And then we will go into first the Indieversary Night at the Arcade collection. Swatch that out, and then there's some extras. So there's also a duo and a birthday polish and a throwback polish and a swatcher showcase. So we've got lots and lots of stuff to go over. Hello, welcome Feline Science. You've got Danny in picture on mute now. Say hi to Danny for me. Okay, so first things first, the sale stuff. So I have my little sheet up here. Okay, so this is BCB's 6-year Indieversary. So all of the new launch items are going to be on sale for this. So that's going to include everything that I'm going to be showing you tonight. That'll all be 15% off. Also, all their bath and body items. So all the like cuticle oils and the whipped sugar scrubs will also be 15% off. There's not going to be, you're not going to need a code for any of this. It's just going to get applied at checkout. So yeah, so there's basically, and there's also going to be a cuticle oil that I don't have that goes with this collection. Brittany doesn't send me the cuticle oils because I'm allergic to frickin' everything. And she doesn't want to give me a rash because she's nice like that. So sometimes she just sends me an unscented cuticle oil so that I can enjoy the benefits without rashing up. So the sale starts on May 2nd, which is when everything launches, runs to May 4th. Basically just over the weekend. Of course, as far as I'm aware, nothing is super limited edition. I think, generally speaking, she tends to kind of keep things in stock where possible or restock stuff where possible. Latanya's and the Swatcher one might be more limited. I'm not sure. Brittany, maybe you can let us know how limited any of these are. Okay, so let's get into it, and I will give you the descriptions, the official descriptions, as I go along. I am going to be using both hands today. I'm swatching on 2 hands. So you're going to have to bear with me because y'all know I'm not great at swatching on my right hand. But we'll do our best. We'll swatch on the wheel and on my hand. Yeah, 6 years of chaos, indeed. You got to do all your polish shopping on Saturday instead of tomorrow, but I want but the blackout. I don't know. I can't. Sometimes I can interpret the typos, but this time it's not doing it. If anything sells out, she does have more ingredients on the way, but she stocked up prior just in case, so everything's going to stick around for a while. Yes, we have a feast of polish today, bow and arrows, including some favorites, for me. So I'm very excited. Okay, so let's just dive right in. We'll start with the Night at the Arcade collection, which is a 6-piece collection. Going to go ahead and switch over to the nails up display so y'all can see these. And as indicated on my little card here, these are PR. I received these for swatching. I'm not getting paid to do this with you today. We do this because it's content and we love it and it's fun. But whatever biases are involved in me getting polish for free to show off, assume I have those. So first up is going to be Midnight Bowling. Midnight Bowling is a neon fuchsia crelly, she says in parentheses, leaning jelly with a strong blue shifting shimmer. So this whole collection she's calling crelly leaning jelly. So what she means by that is that if you're familiar with her crelly formula, it is not that. It is not her standard crelly formula. It is more sheer. It's more toward a jelly, but it's not a fully transparent, like fully translucent sort of jelly. So it's somewhere in between what you might think of as a crelly and a jelly. I would call it a milky jelly formula, if that helps. So they are going to be a little more sheer than some of the previous neons that Brittany has done. In general, BCB does not tend to do a huge number of super sheer polishes, so these are a little more sheer than you might be used to from her. But they build up quite nicely. You'll have still a little visible nail line with all of them, even in 3 coats, unless you wear a like a blurring base or something. But it gives them sort of a more ethereal kind of quality. So it's not, if you don't like to be able to see visible nail line, you are going to want a blurring base with these. And I can show you some comparisons toward the end with some previous BCB neons that I have in my collection. So you can see sort of the formula differences and the color differences as well. But there's the first coat. If it wants to focus, that would be really nice. There you go. So generally speaking, I find BCB's like previous neons have been much more opaque, so that they're like very close to opaque in the first coat. So these ones are a little more sheer than that, but they're going to build up nicely. Syrup I only know as a gel term, meaning that they're I've always understood a syrup to mean that they are fairly clear, rather than like milky, although I'm not in the gel world, so I'm not really, that's not a word that gets used a whole lot in lacquer. So Brittany's saying for the shimmer to pop, she really needed them to be more sheer. Neon sibling / cousin to April's PPU, right? Okay. So we'll go to the next one. Hey, Linry, and welcome. And also welcome, Luna. And Yanelli. Hello. Hello. Okay, so that's the first one, Midnight Bowling. The second one is Skating Rink. And this one, oh boy. This is super intense. I really like, this is one of my favorite kinds of neon colors, where they're like that coral riding the line into orange, where you're not quite sure whether to call them coral or orange or red or what. Definitely not pink. So she's calling it a neon coral orange crelly leaning jelly with a strong blue shifting shimmer, which is basically going to be the same description for all of them, is some kind of color, crelly leaning jelly with a strong blue shifting shimmer. That's going to be the baseline description for all of them, and it's just the color of the base color is going to change. Okay. So, Skating Rink, we'll get our first coat going here. There we go. It's hard to tell the difference so much in the first coat, but I promise as it builds up, you're really going to see the color difference. I think you can already see it a little bit. Ooh, don't want to get too thick there. There we go. So you can see that orangey tone. This is absolutely my favorite kind of neon. I love these corally neons. Describing the base color was hard, yeah. It's a challenging color to describe for sure. You've been wearing this one on your toes for 2 weeks, Alyssa? I don't blame you. It's a really good toe color. Very summery. Next up is Laser Tag. And this one was the most sheer of the neon ones, which of course it was because it's yellow, and yellow is always super freaking sheer. It's always harder to get opaque. So it does look even more sheer than the others built up on the nail, but with super intense color payoff. So really fun. Definitely has the thing that I really like about the reduced opacity in these ones, and I wasn't sure how to feel about them at first, but when I got this one on, Laser Tag in particular, it reminded me so much of highlighters, like coloring with highlighters. It's exactly like that. Like, it's exactly like coloring with highlighters. It's just like, oh, this is literally a highlighter polish. So, you know, if you don't like sheer neons, then, you know, this isn't your collection. Unless you put a blurring base on. But I feel like this is going to be really fun for, like, I envisioned, and I haven't had time to do it because it's been such a busy week, but I envisioned a nail art look with like a white background and, like, you know, blue lines, maybe with the little red line down the side, and, like, you know, some writing on it or whatever, and then some stuff like in highlighter, and just like a whole highlighted grade school sort of layout. I think that would be really fun nail art to do with this, and they're like the perfect opacity for that. Oh, remember to switch to live chat. Thank you. All messages. Thank you, Dame. You're wearing Therapy Session from last month's HHC on a few of your fingies. That is a pretty one. Yeah, yellow is a really challenging pigment to work with, for sure. But I like where this one landed. Even though it is sheer, I really like where it landed. Yeah, notebook squiggles. That's what I want. It just seems like such a fun nail art idea, doesn't it? Okay, the next one is Mini Golf. And Mini Golf is just one of those perfect greens that's like riding the line, and I've got a hair on it. Excellent. Cat hair. Love it. Yeah, it's like riding the line between teal and green. It's like got a little bit of that sea foamy kind of thing going on with it. But the blue shimmer, when it's dominant, it definitely pulls it a lot more blue. The base is definitely a little more green, though. This one I feel like felt the most opaque. It vibed the most opaque on my nails. She's calling this one Turquoise Crelly Leaning Jelly. It is a neon as well, with that same strong blue shifting shimmer. So we'll get this first coat on here. There we go. Mini golf and skating rink are your favorites? Yeah, me too. Me too. They're definitely my faves. Although I really also like air hockey a lot. It's very icy, which is fun. Speaking of air hockey, that's the next one. So these last two in this set are not neons. So we have 4 neons and 2 that are absolutely not neons. This one is air hockey, and it's interesting because it's a kind of icy, a little unexpected for this time of year to do a sheer icy blue kind of color, but I'm not mad at it. I always love stuff that's just a little bit off season. It makes me happy because I get tired. I get tired of things that are all just seasonally appropriate. And this one's, it's cool. It's cool. I like it. It's a little watery. It's a little icy. It's a little frosty. It's nice. Cosmic Baseball for you. Air hockey is a neon. It does not look like a neon. Seriously, it's just the palest neon in the world. Is that what's going on here? Is it just a touch of neon pigment in here? I need to get my thing out. Hang on. Does it say that? It does say that. A neon light blue Crelly. All right, let me... Holy shit. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. The UV torch never lies, and the UV torch says that she's neon. Let me see if I can show you. I don't know if I'll be able to show you this. I'm sure I can't show you in here. Well, yeah, it doesn't want to show up there. Let me see if I can show you in the... Nope. There we go. There we go. See that? See that little dot there? It does not look like that if it's not neon. That's the neon pigment lighting up. Damn, girl. Pale neon. Super pale neon. I had no idea. I had no idea that was a thing. That's cool. Okay. All right, hopefully no one was trying to watch that on the phone screen, because it's like impossible to see on the phone screen. We got a Cinna? Oh my goodness. I've got a butt Dodgers, by the way.
I saw that. Okay.
Sounds good. We've got some cat rearrangements happening.
It's probably not going to harass Dodgers.
Seems unlikely. I'll ask for a rescue if there's a problem. Okay, last one in this set. Oh, all right, Luna, thanks for dropping by. You can watch that VOD later. You never let me know your next move. Yeah. God forbid you should become predictable. Let's go back over to the Nails Up display, shall we? Cosmic Baseball. This one truly isn't a neon. Unless she didn't write it down in the thing. This is Cosmic Baseball. And every time I think of Cosmic Baseball, I think of that one scene in Twilight. And I don't know why. It's just what comes to mind. It's just what comes to mind. I think of Twilight every time I think of Cosmic Baseball. So this is, it's a very nude sort of base. What is she calling it? A light sandy tan Crelly leaning jelly with strong blue shifting shimmer. So I'm going to do this one on my pinky, on this nail here on my right hand. You'll see that it's an extremely nude base on me. It will obviously get slightly more opaque, but it is going to be a sheer nude sort of look. You saw it anyway, Leo? All right, good. You've never read or watched Twilight? You're not missing anything. I'm not going to apologize for that statement. All right, so let's go back to the top. We'll go through these again. Get our second coat on. So second coat, Midnight Bowling. And then on the nail. And I think we will do all three coats, at least on my nails, if not on the swatch wheel. Y'all can let me know if you want to see the third coat on the swatch wheel. I am going to do the third coat on my nails. Because I feel like most people are probably going to want to wear these in 3 coats to really get the full shimmer impact and sort of get as much opacity as is reasonable out of them. But let me know if you also want to see 3 coats on the clear swatch wheel. So here's the second coat, and you can see that it is not opaque yet in 2 coats. The shimmer starts to really build up though and become quite intense at this point. You've got lots of color. I made you delete your comment when I said I wouldn't apologize. Oh no, Leo. Oh. I have done that, not with that particular process, but I have managed to punch myself in the face stupidly many, many times. And actually, you know what? It's usually sports bras, so kind of similar. It's like, yeah, good job. What I really love is when my nails are long and I do that, and then I manage to actually stab myself in the face. That's fun. All right, second coat of skating rink. There we go. So there's that second coat. And like some of y'all might be happy with some of these in 2 coats. I know there are definitely people out there that love to see visible nail line and are super into shearer polishes. I know y'all exist. You are valid. I'm mostly not one of you, although I get it. But generally speaking, I do want to do my best to come close, at least as close as I can, to full opacity, if the formula allows it. Yeah. I bunged that up a little bit, trying to do a little cleanup there. You're curious how these types of polishes look in 3? Yeah, I mean, I am definitely doing 3 on my nails, for sure, Yanelli. You don't understand VNL lovers? Listen, it's a thing. I believe that they exist because I have met them, but I don't get it. Oh my god, Leo. Oh no, Ray, you've stabbed yourself in the nose trying to wash your face. I have done that as well. The thing where you go a little too fast and like your pinky nail like goes part way into your nose, but then like hits the edge and cuts you. Oh my god, awful, awful. Why are we like this? Okay, second coat of laser tag. Ray, you only like VNL in a few colors. Yeah, it definitely is color dependent on me, for me. I don't mind it so much when things are like closer to nudes or pinky colors, oranges. I don't even mind a yellow that's a little sheer. Where I tend to dislike it more is in the greens and blues. I don't love VNL on me in greens and blues. Not if they're like saturated. Okay, second coat here for laser tag. You are patiently awaiting my collab. Listen, the collab is coming near the end. The Swatcher showcase is going to happen. And hello, Venus November. I did not see you come in. You're a pure VNL hater. You're not elegant enough for that lifestyle. You love VNL with certain polish because it's reminiscent of having magic. Yeah. That, when it's got that like sort of magical pixie-ish kind of thing happening. And I feel like Cosmic Baseball for me has that, where it's like I would wear this in 1 coat and be perfectly happy with it because it's like it's less like you're wearing nail polish and more like you're just magical. That's that's the kind of vibe that, for me at least, makes VNL fun sometimes. Okay, second coat of mini golf on the swatch wheel. There we go. Sheer blue does give Raynaud's on you, yeah. You love sheer blue on you because you look sickly like Frankenstein? See, there you go. They exist. You see, they exist. They're here. They're out in the world. Hey, Ashley, you're not that late. You're only a little bit late. We're just working on the second coat of the main collection, and we haven't even looked at any of the other stuff yet. Ashley got a super special preview of one of these polishes because she is special and it was her birthday and I love her. A sickly Victorian child. That's the look. Hilarious. Yeah, you might prefer mini golf on a blurring base, but you might be fine with it in 3 coats. I know I do apply a little heavier than you, but I think you'll actually find in 3 coats this one's fine for you, Ray. That's my suspicion. Okay, second coat of air hockey. The weirdest, palest neon. I had no idea. I had no idea you could make a neon this pale. But you know, here it is. Yeah, it's not like crazy sheer. Mini golf is, I think, probably the most opaque of the set. All right, here we go. Air hockey. Oh my God. Flooding. I'm flooding, y'all. More pale neons, please. Yeah, it's so weird and fun and interesting. Like I want to see it under black light, like at a club as a full mani. Not that I'm gonna go to a club. I am too tired for that shit. But I want someone else to do a full mani of it and go to the club and show it to me. Someone so much younger and with so much more energy. Please and thank you. Okay, last one. The only non-neon Cosmic Baseball. She is a cute little nudie. And we're going on to the other hand with it. I actually prefer this one in 1 coat for me, for my personal taste. But we're going to go up to 3. So you can see how opaque it reasonably gets. You are too old, tired for the club. I do not wish I had the spoons for clubbing, to be perfectly honest, Dame. I don't. I don't need that. I don't. Ooh, pardon me. Tea burps. I don't need the club in my life. I wasn't even much into clubbing when I was a kid. And it hasn't grown more intriguing to me as I have aged. I like to have the club at home. I can listen to music that's too loud and like, you know, drink a little too much in the privacy of my living room in my pajamas. And I don't have to cover my drink. It's great. All right, 3rd coat of Midnight Bowling. I went ahead and just on autopilot went and did the 3rd coat on the wheel, so I guess we're doing that. 3rd coat on my nail. And this one gets pretty darn opaque as well. There we go. I think it's showing a little bit paler and pinker. It's showing a little bit paler and a little bit more like maybe the shimmer is a bit. Let me see if I can get it to look a bit more accurate for you here. Hang on a second. Try and improve the color accuracy. I just dinged it, so that's going to really help with the color accuracy for sure. Let me see if I can just... Well, it is what it is. Just pretend that didn't happen. Sometimes we have to mess with the camera a little bit to get better color accuracy, which usually means I have to basically make the whole thing a little darker than it really is. Gotta fuck with the exposure. But yeah, that's a little more accurate. It's a little more like it actually looks. So I'm going to go back to the regular brightness, but we will do that again toward the end to make sure that we can see everything. Make sure that we're getting accurate colors on everything. Sometimes with neons, the camera tends to overexpose the neons and kind of blows them out a little bit, and you don't get a perfectly color accurate look at them. It tends to be a little better if you have an array of them on screen at the same time, but it can still pull a little too overblown. So here's third coat of skating rink. And that's why when you see my swatch photos of neons, they're even darker than my other swatch photos. Because if I don't do that, then you don't get good color accuracy. There we go. Bring down the exposure, get better color accuracy for the comparison between those two. Okay. And now third coat of skating rink here. So with this one, you can really see that you are still definitely able to see that visible nail line on me. I don't mind it with this color. For me, this is fine. I know that's highly variable. Some people will hate that. Some people will be fine with it. I think that even if you hate it, this won't take like a super heavy duty blurring base. Just like a slightly pigmented ridge filler would do the trick. I'm using a clear base for this. So that's skating rink. Hey, Jules, you just had people leave your house. Did you kick them out so you could come to stream? The few times you've tried to go out dancing, you've ended up bored because the music just isn't good. Yeah, so actually, that's a thing. That is a thing. The one club that I used to go to when I was a kid that I actually really liked was way back. Oh man. Technically, I shouldn't have been allowed in. I was 16 years old. But it was at the time Kingston's only gay bar, and it was the only place that was playing like actually decent music you could really dance to. Every other place was playing like college rock or folk or like just poppy sort of whatever annoying mainstream stuff. But yeah, the one gay club in town had the good music. They had good DJs that were actually on top of what was going on. Club in heels just means you'll be bare feet and vomit before the end of the night. Oh, God, I regret having eyes. I didn't need to read that, and unfortunately, my brain is directly connected in a very visceral way to my stomach. No, I didn't like that. I didn't like that, Ray. Oh. Okay, third coat of laser tag. Horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. I apologize to any VOD watchers who just suddenly had to hear that without having the warning of having read it from Ray first. All right. Third coat here, laser tag. So again, with this one, we are not reaching opacity. But boy, is it ever a good highlighter color. I really, really want to do highlighter nail art with these. I just think it would be so fun. You always went to the goth or gay clubs. Yeah, goth clubs didn't exist in Kingston, Ontario when I was a kid. That wasn't a thing. Okay, mini golf next. Third coat. And I think that you will see, Ray, that you're going to be fine with this one once you see it on my nail. So you can see a little tiny bit of visible nail line when the nail is at the right angle to the light. But mostly it's really not noticeable, in my opinion. For me, this is not the kind of blue or green, the kind of translucent blue or green that I don't like visible nail line with. This is like more than enough coverage for me to offset any of that. Ray is happy. I think Ray is happy. I've only been to one like actual nightclub since my teen years. And that was for a coworker's birthday. She was new in town. She didn't really know anyone yet. And so it was her birthday. She invited a bunch of people from work to go to this club with her. And she was so excited about it. And I went with all my coworkers, and it was miserable. I had so much alcohol sloshed on me. I stayed for as little time as I could get away with without being rude. And then I went home and had a shower. I was like, oh, I'm sticky. I don't like it. And the music was bad and too loud. And I'd like to have a conversation, you know? All right, third coat of air hockey. Nice and frosty. And again, like this one, it's sheer, but I'm not mad at it. Like, I think it's kind of cute. I think because it's like sheer, but not heavily pigmented. And like, it has that, it hits in the right balance spot for me. Super frosty. Really like this one. It's cute. Partying with your coworkers is such a delicate endeavor. Hell yeah. Oh, hey, Kat. Welcome. And happy birthday, Kat. It's Kat's birthday. Kat got a new tattoo for her birthday. It's cool. I haven't seen the finished version without soup on it. If you've had a full color tattoo, you know what I mean by soup. Okay, and third coat of Cosmic Baseball, and then we get to move on to other stuff that we'll also be releasing at the same time. That's the third coat of Cosmic Baseball, and you can see, like, even on the clear swatch stick, they all managed to reach like at least a level of opacity that isn't going to piss most people off, I think. What's up?
Epidermal bisque.
Epidermal bisque. Really? Really?
That's the kind.
You knock on my door frame. You interrupt my stream.
That's the flavor of the soup.
To say the words epidermal bisque.
That's the name of the the soup.
That is the...
forms underneath.
I get it. I get that that's the name of the soup that forms under the
Well,
wrap.
it was important to share that.
What did I marry? He's so perfect. Oh. Okay. I can't wait till I get my next tattoo. I can tell the tattoo artist. Actually, I might just DM my regular artist. Alyssa says, gross, Brian.
Wait till it comes out as a nail polish color.
Oh, that would not be a good nail polish color. Absolutely not.
What do you call the Prugly ones? Or...
It would be a Prugly, but I think it would just be too ugly to be a Prugly. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I agree, Brittany, that you managed to avoid the this is a topper hell that can happen sometimes with shearer polishes. They definitely don't feel like this is a topper, in my opinion. I managed to ding one of my nails earlier with this nail, so I'm just getting this off so that it doesn't interfere too much with the color of whatever I end up applying over it here. Oh, he was very proud, Bow and Arrows. He was very proud. He's always very proud, but when he knows he's actually got a good one that's going to get me, he's so proud. He's chuckling to himself in the other room. Okay, next thing we're going to go over is the duo. So, the duo is... so, you know how there's been like these situationship duos that Brittany's been doing all year so far? And generally speaking, so last year there was the smut duos that, were like usually like a creme or a crelly with some kind of a topper that went with it. This year she started doing situationship duos, which were not the same kind of format where it was a creme and a topper. It was just like they've all just been pairings of polishes that kind of went together and represented that couple. She decided for this month to step away from the situationships. She is going back to the situationships after this month. But for this month, we have instead an Indieversary duo. And this is a duo that is literally just... she just likes them and wants them to exist. And I think that is a perfectly cromulent reason. Like me, Brittany loves a teal. And she makes a really good teal. So this that we have here, she's describing it as a bright neon teal crelly. So this is going to be our base for the topper, but I'm going to show you the topper with other stuff as well, because it's not just going to obviously be useful for this particular crelly. Now this crelly is going to build up nicely in 2 or 3 coats, depending on your application. It's not going to be sheer once it's built up. This is more like her standard crelly formula. And then, so that's Teal Dreams is the crelly. And the topper is Midnight Schemes. So it's Teal Dreams and Midnight Schemes, which I think is cute as heck. So I'm going to put it on here. I didn't grab a white and a black. I need to grab a white and a black to show you underneath this. Hang on one second. Oof. There we go. Yeah. Why am I like this? Someone Come over and make me clean all my damn bottles. Yes, this is also a neon. I think I did say that. I read out the description. I'm pretty sure it said neon. All right, so we'll do white down here. And we'll do black up here. And we'll make sure that there's also a section where you can see it on its own, just with the clear. So there it is, just by itself. So I didn't read the description for this. It is a topper packed with green, aqua, blue, purple shifting flakes. So obviously, you know, you get those nice pink and orange and yellow kind of flakes on over a white base. And because I have to conserve some space on my nails, because I still have a couple more I need to swatch. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do just the topper over the base, so Teal Dreams and Midnight Schemes on a single nail, so that I have room for the rest of the polishes that I need to swatch. But at least you have them separately on the swatch wheel. So, all right, so there's one coat. You can see, I think I wore this for my swatches. I wore it in just 2 coats. I don't think I did a 3rd coat on this one. Like I said, more like her usual jelly formula. So let's get the 2nd coat here on the swatch wheel. We'll have it by itself. And one with the topper. She says, I really just wanted to make something that made me happy, and this set makes me so happy. It's on my toes right now, but I wore it on my toes and hands last weekend, and I don't want to take it off. Yeah, it's just a really cute set. I'm going to do a 2nd coat on just half over here. Because I can, because it's my stream and I'm allowed. It gets like, it really takes over. I don't know if you can tell, but the flake really takes over when you do a 2nd coat of it, which is quite lovely. This is going to be gorgeous over black. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. I didn't do the 2nd coat on my thingy yet. I'm not really giving a whole lot of dry time here. I should probably move on to a different thing before I do the topper on this nail. We'll do that. We'll come back to the topper on top of Teal Dreams. Don't let me forget, y'all. We're gonna move on to Latanya's birthday polish. Yeah, it's a really beautiful shade. I love this color, but you know I love this color. So there's 2 coats just on its own. If you would like to focus, please. Thank you. 2 coats on its own. Nice opacity, very wearable just as it by itself. But gonna be gorgeous with the topper as well. And I didn't have a creme or a crelly in this color, so I'm super excited about this. All right, the next one is I Know You Lyin' for Latanya's birthday. And if you don't know Latanya, sucks to be you. she's just been in the community for an insanely long time. And like she does just these absolutely wild live streams. Totally wild live streams on Instagram, of all places, which is the worst place to do live streams. Which is the only reason I don't watch them more often, because she is very funny. But yeah, she reviews a ton of polish on her Instagram page, and she does like live streams for the Polish and Beauty Expo, and like hosts a big party there and everything. Is it darker than David's teal? I don't have David's teal. I skipped that. I did get one polish. I think I got, is it Steep Dreams, I think? I got one polish from that, but it was a more sparkly one. So I don't know. Yeah, she is a chaotic hot mess. It's an excellent description. Chaotic hot mess express. Yeah, I don't know her well. But she has certainly seemed fun and friendly and nice when I have spoken to her. So, okay, we're going to go on the nail here. First coat. Come on. You could focus if you wanted. Thank you. So, first coat. You can see a bit of visible nail line there. We are going to be pretty opaque in 2 coats though, and that shimmer, which I did not actually read the official description on this. Wait. Where is it? Is it down below? It's down below. Bright tangerine crelly with a strong blue, purple, pink shifting shimmer. I feel like on camera you're mostly getting the like more pinky magenta tones, a little bit of the purple, not so much the blue as much, I think. But yeah, the shimmer definitely pulls it cooler overall. But it is very, very, very orange. Okay, let's do the Midnight Schemes on top of Teal Dreams on our swatch stick here. Or swatch wheel. So there's that combo. And I think what I'll do is I'll do a second coat of it on half, so you can see how it looks built up a little bit more. And we're going to put it on my nail too. Just one coat on my nail though. Such a pretty combo. For swatching, when I was actually doing my full hand swatches of this, I was like, I should really do my usual thing for a topper and curly combo, which is like, you know, having one nail that just has the topper and one nail that has the, or 1 or 2 nails that have the topper and the creme or curly, and then 1 or 2 nails that just have the creme or curly by themselves without the topper. And I was like, I like it too much. As a combo, I want all my nails to have all of it. So I ended up doing it a little different than I normally do, because it's just such a pretty combo. It makes me very happy. Okay, so set that aside, and we'll do the second coat of I Know You Lying. Yeah, tangerine, I do think it is pulling a little redder on the nail for sure. But that is common on me. I expect that on me. Oranges tend to pull redder on me than they do on other people too. But yeah, you can definitely, even just looking side by side, between the wheel and my nail, you can see that it looks a lot redder on my nail. Still definitely an orange, though. I would call that, there was, when I was a kid, one of my favorite pencil crayon colors was Sarasota orange. And I don't know if it only existed in like the one set that, like the one brand that I had access to when I was a kid. And I haven't been able to find them online at all, but it was basically this color. I am very cool undertones. I am blue. See that super blue super blue vein right there? I am a blue girl. I am blue. Brian says bada bee. Yeah. I'm a blue bitch. Yeah. I am extremely cool toned. It's actually there aren't, I don't know if it's just lighting or if it's also skin tone. There are not many swatchers that I have found who have my apparent or apparently have my skin tone. Now I know a lot of people have fairly warm lights for their, either their studio setup is fairly warm or they're showing photos in natural sunlight, which tends to pull quite warm, especially if it's later in the day. But there aren't very many swatchers that I have found where I can look at their hands and go, that person looks like they have a similar skin tone to me. Have you've seen me in real life though, Alyssa, like, there's a photo that we have from last year's BCB that is, me and a bunch of other people around a table, all with our hands in. Now, I was not the only white girl, but I'm the only person that is blue. in that photo. It's a very funny for me to see it. I wonder if I can find it real quick, because it is very funny because sometimes I look at my photos and I'm like am I like, is my lighting too cool? Is this in fact realistic? And then I look at my skin tone compared to other people's skin tone and I go, oh no, actually, yeah, that really truly is just that really is just my skin. I really am that blue. Okay, let me see if I can get this photo up. It's very funny if I can. All right, hang on. Okay, I've got it up in Safari. Now I need to see if I can get it here in, there we are, and make it visible. Find the pasty bitch. Yeah, that's so this is obviously me with the tattoos and the incredibly pale skin, and it's just real obvious. It's just real obvious when you see it like that. Among a bunch of relatively pale people. I mean, Mei is the has the darkest skin in that photo, and she's like I mean, she's Pakistani, but she's not particularly dark-skinned. She's fairly light-skinned. It looks like a seance is about to start. Yeah, absolutely. Summoning the polished gods, for sure. Okay. Um Next one. Next one. This is a throwback. This is a fun one. So the next one up is, where did my sheet go? Hello? Hello? Where are you? Did I lose my, oh no, where'd it go? Is that in my email? My goodness gracious. Okay, yeah, you're just gonna open it again. Sure, why not? Oh man. Honestly, technology. This is the throwback polish. This is Where the Hell Have You Been, Loca? And so this is basically, we've seen this before. This is a previously existing polish. Brittany has decided she's doing her own thing this year. She's fucking around. She's doing what she wants to do. She's having a good time. The world is burning. Might as well have a little fun. So she's going to be bringing back a polish. It's not going to be every month. It might be every couple of months. It's going to be when she feels like it. She's going to be bringing back a polish that usually something highly requested. But like, you know, it might be something she just feels like bringing back. It might be something that gets requested. She's talking about putting up polls in the BCB Facebook group. But like, you know, she might just throw one in that she feels like doing as well. Is going to be whatever she feels like doing. So this time is a highly requested one from Twilight Part 1. Originally launched July 2023. So it's Where the Hell Have You Been, Loca? It's a deep teal jelly with blue, purple flakes and various size neon green hex glitters. You want me to layer all the shears, like, on top of each other? Leo, if you don't follow us around at PBE, I'm going to be personally offended. No rhyme or reason to throwbacks yet. Just wanted to do something I've been wanting to do for a while. So why not for the Indieversary? Absolutely. Okay, confession. I threw a couple of drops of thinner in this one. When I was swatching it, I did the first coat and then I was like, that might be a little bit too thick, which happens sometimes with glitters. It wasn't quite goopy, but it was on the border of goopy. I should have told you that, Brittany. Sorry. You're finding out now. What is PBE again? It is the Polish and Beauty Expo, which occurs annually in Chicago. Yeah, it's like basically the PPE folks, the PPU folks, PPE. Yeah, the personal protective equipment people, the Polish pickup people, have this conference this expo that they set up every year, and with KB Shimmer. And there's just like a ton of indie brands that have tables, and they'll do like sometimes they'll do like special collections or like limited edition things. But yeah, it's in July. It's a good time. It's very fun. And everybody is writing the answer much more succinctly in chat. Okay. While that first coat is drying, we're going to do it. It's time. It's time. My favorite polish. It's time for my favorite polish. I've loved so many of these polishes, but this is my favorite polish. My favorite polish. Here it is. You can't read that. Soup Goliath Alberio. this is the Swatcher showcase for May. And I'm so excited about it because this was my Swatcher showcase that I got to create with Brittany. And basically, I just got to make my dream polish. And, I have so many dreams. I have so many dreams. I designed several polishes in my head during this time, and I told her about a couple of them. But I'm obsessed with this polish. So and I think I might glass bead it. I haven't glass beaded it yet, and I really want to. In my official swatches, I did velvet and I did, whoops. I just messed up this nail because I'm awesome. Yeah, in my official swatches, I did, the like standard thing that I do where I have a cat eye on my thumb and I use my ring magnet usually on my middle finger, and then I'll have like one unmagnetized and then the other two are velvet. But I really want to do it beaded, so I'm going to do that on my nail. And I'll do the cat eye here. So Soup Goliath Alberio is inspired by my first tattoo. And I was going through it. If any of you read my Instagram post about this polish, it is an incredibly pared down version of the lore from that period of time in my life. And I won't get into the whole thing now because nobody needs that. But yeah, I was going through it. Had separated from my ex-husband, who turned out to be a douchebag, and I had met this guy who, incidentally, not a douchebag, actually quite an excellent human being. And I'm not just saying that because he's in earshot. He's not just funny. He's also actually like a person who is like good and decent and not driven by weird toxic masculine fucking ego bullshit. So that's nice. And so yeah, I'd been working at the lab for a long time. Some of you know my my background is in molecular genetics, mostly of bacteria. And so very sort of enmeshed in bacteria and microbiology worlds. I was running an art business on the side, doing science art that was mostly microbiology based with some entomology stuff. And entomology had been a childhood love that I had kind of come to rediscover sort of later in the later years of my failing marriage. And had sort of come back to that and rediscovered that. And then I met this guy who's a space nerd who started sort of opening my eyes to all kinds of cool space shit. And yeah, there was a lot of stuff happening in my brain around the connectedness of all these things, and the we're all star stuff, but also we're all an assemblage of microbiota, and that's something that we share with the bugs. They're star stuff and also an assemblage of microbiota too, and that's kind of fucking cool. All this connectedness stuff and all this stuff about growth and emergence and pulling yourself up, soaring out of this, sort of goopy soup that's been holding you back, and striving for something great. So all of that went into this incredibly cool tattoo. That was my first piece. It's back here. I can't show it to you. I can show you a photo of it. But yeah, so like brain be brainin', etc. did all the things for the tattoo. The actual tattoo was done by an extraordinary artist in Toronto, Jacqueline at Storm Horse Tattoo in Toronto. I'm just looking for the photo here of my tattoo to show you. So this is when it was new. That is mirrored. Trying to find one that's not mirrored, but that's also not goopy. That's pretty good. Okay, we'll do this one. It is a pretty fresh photo of it. I don't really have good photos of it that are more recent because it is hard to take a photo of your back. Where did it go? Hello? There you are. I found you. Now you go up here. And now you go here. Oh my goodness, you're too big. There it is. I've just realized that like people have been chatting and I have absolutely not seen any of it because I was just yammering. I'm just going back and reading. Brittany says, I think we really created something absolutely stunning together. Captured me in a bottle. Eggy lore. Yeah. It is a great time to get a tattoo when you're going through it. It totally, totally is. Yeah, and he does feed the cat treats. He's very good. He's a good man, I'm telling you. You're definitely not late. Hey, Sassy. Entomology is bug science, yes. We're all star microbiota soup. The chaos is all connected. Totally. Totally. Yeah, I'm really eager to get another tattoo. Anyway, this is life size. This particular beetle, that's the actual size of them. So it's pretty big. It's a pretty big critter. The large boys. All right. I didn't get my thing out, and we haven't even put the first coat on my thumb. What the hell? I guess we can just set this aside because this has been sitting long enough. Y'all, I got sidetracked yapping. All right. I guess I'm gonna set that over there. And then, oh my God. The problem, of course, is that this thing, I'm just gonna have to lift it. All right. I'm just gonna have to lift it. It's fine. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. I shouldn't have done this one on my thumb because it is the most complicated one to use the spinner with. Because I gotta do this. I really need a spinner that's more stream friendly. You know what I mean? Yeah. The Goliath, one of the Goliath beetles. There's a bunch of Goliath beetles. There's a bunch of different species. One of them is in Animal Crossing: New Horizons. Yes. You support the tattoo desire? Yes. Yeah. my plan is to get a small piece while I'm at PBE. Yeah, I need something that's both compact and not loud. And that works as well as this. And I am going to be that picky. Okay. First coat. Oh, God, I love her. Oh, so good. So good. And it's so shifty. I wish there was a good way to show y'all the shift in, like, with my stream setup. It's so hard to do. But you can see it in the photos. The other swatchers did a fucking amazing job. I have like a whole folder of photos. Actually, I should show you. I should show you some of the swatcher photos while we're waiting for that to dry. Yeah, I mean, I don't care so much in terms of like stream friendly. I'm not so concerned about blocking the view. That's fine. You don't have to see absolutely everything, but it needs to be quiet and lower profile. I think that would be a lot easier. The motorized spinner looks super cool. I am very interested in doing that. Okay, let me find that folder. And Soup Goliath Alberio Faves is what I called it. Can I simply make this look at photos? There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Let's do that. Okay. Whoa, too big. Too big. Too big. Get littler. Come over here. Okay. Is this one Jenny? I think this one's Jenny. Am I right? Brittany will know. I don't know who this one is either. I forget. I probably should have written down who everybody was that I have in here. I love. Oh shit! It went too fast. There we go. I love this. This is. I think this is Destiny, right? I love her swatches of this. They're just so gorgeous. This is like the detail in this macro is so beautiful. Scrumptious. That's Tanya. I think that's Destiny again. And that's oh god, what is her handle? Polisher Parish? Is that, am I getting that one right? Okay, so I was right about Jenny. Oh, that was Victoria, the second one. And then Destiny, I was right. Mercedes was the next one. Tanya, I knew. Andrea, yeah. It's Polish or Perish, right? Is that, am I remembering that right? She does the really cool magnetic style that's like, this is so funky. And this one shows the shift really nicely, the teal shift. It goes all the way to purple at very extreme edges, but the light's got to be at a really hard angle to get that. And I'm sure all of you recognize this hand, Alyssa with the gorgeous natural light. Oh, look at it. Look at it. I want to lick it. but like in a non-creepy way. Maybe a little bit creepy because it's Alyssa and I do love her. This is Nailed and Curly, who, again, gorgeous. I love this. She does such a good job. Okay, that's all of them. Polish or perish. Okay, I was right. Thank you. Thank you. You don't know who that one is? Sure you don't. Alyssa is dead to me for no reason at all. You think it would be difficult to get a strong enough magnetic pull without the U magnet? For what, Jules? For spinning with this? Definitely not. You could definitely get a glass bead with this without having the horseshoe magnet. I understand why you would think that it might be challenging, because there are a lot of, like, I've used magnetic polishes that have other stuff in them, flakes and stuff, and it can be more challenging to get a strong pull with a weaker magnet with those. That's not going to be an issue with this. It's a very, very reactive magnetic, and the flaky balance, like, she really nailed it. The flaky balance is such that you will not have a problem at all with a weaker magnet. If it's appropriate for a simple magnetic, it's going to work on this. Trying to remember what the magnet you used for your high school project was. All right, second coat of Soup Goliath Alberio. Sorry, I know I'm not exactly in a perfect position here for the swatching part, but you all know what this looks like. I'm more concerned about the spinning part and getting that working properly. Listen, BCB freaking Brittany keeps saying this shit about how I created it and she was just the tool. And, like, yes, I designed the polish, but I could design all kinds of bullshit. And without an experienced, skilled hand doing the mixing and understanding the proportions and knowing what's possible and what's going to be too much and how to balance out everything, it's not going to be a good formula if it's just me doing it. You need the person that knows the fucking craft. So quit doing that. Yeah, see? I am yelling at you about it. You were hoping you could get glass bead with just a small motor. Oh, I see. Yeah. You do have to connect the motor to a magnet, I'm sure, yeah. You'd have to have a pretty big motor which would just not work. Yeah. Yeah, the electromagnetic field for a small motor is not going to be anywhere near sufficient for something like this. But a small motor running a pair of magnets, or, you know, some sort of small assembled horseshoe contraption. Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna call it there. I think I had my thumb a little less in this time, but that's okay. One of the things I like about the glass bead effect is that I actually like it better when it softens a little bit. So this, like, kind of spotlight effect, when it disperses slightly, it actually, I think, in my opinion, looks even better. Maybe that's just me. But it means that that you don't have to be quite so anal about, you know, how you do your application. How does the creative process between you two go when determining formulas, colors, flakes, etc.? I barfed a lot of words at her and showed her a picture. And then she showed me what she had available that might fit some of those words and picture. And then I picked out a few things and we did some testing. And by we did some testing, I mean she made things and I looked at them and said, ooh, shiny. And then we adjusted from there. It was actually very fast. It was shockingly fast. So with this one, for velvet or for bead, I would say absolutely 2 coats, plenty. You don't need to do more than 2 coats. If you're doing a cat eye or ring magnet, you get more clearing of the pigments. And so you end up with areas that are a little bit more bare than you do with the velvet or the bead style. So you may want a 3rd coat, and I am going to go ahead and do a 3rd coat here on the Swatch ring where we are using the cat eye, because we do get a fair bit of clearing. I often find that's the case. A lot of magnetics that are good in 2 coats for velvet or bead, I want a 3rd coat for cat eye. We'll be on our way. Where are we going? Where are we going, Ashley? Did I say something and then immediately forget that I said it? Because that happens. Can I show you the other colors? What if I killed this light? Will you even be able to see anything if I kill this light? Okay, there's the teal. Let me just... hang on. Let me just adjust the eye. Whoa, hey there, wrong direction, buddy. There we go. Can you focus up for me? I know it's harder to focus when it's darker. There we go. Getting more of the teal and blue there with that big light off. That helps see more of that. I don't think I can get it to the right angle to be able to really see the purple with the lighting setup that I have here. But oh boy, now she's so bright. All right, let's go back to that. Something reasonable. Thank you. Focus up for me. Can you please? There we go. Whoop. I accidentally paused my stream for a second there. The flakies definitely do help cover VNL with any of the magnetic styles, but sometimes I find that there's enough clearing, especially if you really hold the magnet very close, which I tend to have when I'm doing cat eye or the ring magnet in particular, hovering over the nail. I tend to have the magnet like 1 to 2 millimeters at most from the nail. So I'm getting basically as close as I possibly can. And so I tend to get a pretty strong clearing area with the ring magnet. Naming it is the most difficult part, absolutely. With the name, we literally were just like, I have no idea what to name this. What we could just be real stupid and call it Soup Goliath Alberio, because that's what's in the tattoo. And then we ended up just doing that. It's like, Yeah, so you're mostly going to get with the magnetic pigment, with more direct lighting, you're going to get pretty much exclusively this like green kind of color. With slightly indirect light, you'll get the teal, and it will go more into blue, and you're only going to see the sort of more indigo color at super extreme angles. The name sounds exactly like something I would say. Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. Yeah, shifty magnetic pigment, something extra in the base. It's teal. Like it's basically my perfect polish. It's good soup. It's good soup, y'all. We still need to do a second coat of Where the Hell Have You Been, Loca? So let's go back and do that because this is also a fun polish. I really like it. And y'all know I'm not always the biggest fan of hex glitters. They often annoy me. Only partly because of the texture, but also like visually, I find a lot of the time hex glitters can be sort of visually noisy for me. But I don't mind them like this when they're like well integrated and there's other flakies and stuff. I'm going to give this a little shake. Free shipping internationally at $100. The shipping lately is getting crazy. USPS costs have gone so nuts. So there is our second coat of Where the Hell Have You Been, Loca? It's just cute. I think it's cute. I think it's a cute polish. It's not as cute as Soup Goliath Alberio, but it's cute. I might be slightly biased. Yeah. But of course, you know, we've got a government that's pretending that the USPS was ever intended to be profitable. Like, what are we doing here? It's a public service, y'all. Okay. Comparisons. I think the obvious comparisons to make for at least the neons are the neons from last year. So I'm going to pull a few of those. Are there other comparisons that people would like? Speak now or forever hold your pieces. I would love to give you a cat to look at while I'm pulling those comparisons, but she's not being cooperative, so you just have to stare at the polish wheel. Oh, I forgot to upgrade pap capsule. And BMO chop. I won't swatch all of these. I'm going to show some of them as just bottle comparisons because they're different enough. Oof. Jammy, you got to move your little toesies. Okay. Yeah. I got so many polishes out here. Okay. For Midnight Bowling, obviously comparisons are going to be Pheromones, which the pink is a much hotter pink. And same or similar shimmer in them, but the base is quite a bit different. So I will swatch that. Actually, I think, yeah, I'll just do that. I'll do that right beside it. You would love to see the topper over the orange? Hell yeah. Over the Latanya birthday polish, you mean? This one here? Or do you mean over the coral skating rink? All right. Here is pheromones. So you can see even with that first coat, this is a more opaque formula. And it's quite a bit more like, it's a cooler pink, more of like a magenta sort of hot pink. Let me just bring, whoops, wrong one. Sorry. Bring this down, give you a better comparison. So you can see less shimmer payoff because it's a more opaque formula. So the shimmer doesn't come through quite as strong, but it's a much hotter pink. So that's pheromones, which is really the only comparison for Midnight Bowling, I think, of BCB's recent polishes. We've got your Toast Nork, which I guess is similar as well, but has a much more like slightly desaturated. It's not like it's not saturated, but it's got like a dustiness to it. And the different shimmer. So this has a green shimmer instead of the blue. So it's not the same shimmer in pheromones, but it's a similar shimmer. Okay. If you stare into the polish wheel long enough, the polish wheel will stare back into you. I'm pretty sure that's what Nietzsche said. Yeah, that seems correct. For skating rink, I have a couple of possibilities that we can check out. One is Beyond the Sunset Leads My Way, which is definitely more orange, or more red rather, and darker. And then we have a Bugadaba, which is much more orange. So we're sort of bracketing the two of them. I don't think either one of them is close enough to really be super worth swatching on the wheel. To me, even in the bottle, they're quite a bit different. But I feel like, yeah, it's not quite. It's definitely more coral than it's showing up. Slightly more coral than it's showing up on the screen right now. Oh, what's in your mouth? That's right. Hang on, let me grab what's in your mouth. Oof, good braining. Good braining. What's in your mouth is actually more similar in some ways in terms of the base color, even though it kind of isn't showing up quite as obvious on the... I mean, it's not showing up quite as similar on the camera because I think the shimmer is cooling off Midnight Bowling a little bit more. But what's in your mouth has that gold, or I don't know, it's like a red to orange or red to gold kind of shimmer. It's quite a bit different. Bright like pheromones, but with that orangey goldy shimmer. Hot pink with pink orange gold shifting shimmer. There you go. That's the official. So yeah, quite a bit different again. Yellows. I got Unacceptable and Hop In. for comparisons with laser tag. So this is Unacceptable, which is a little bit more green and slightly dingier. And then Hop In, which was from last year's Indieversary and has that pink, orange, gold shimmer. Unacceptable, of course, has that purpley magenta shimmer. So neither one of them seems to have quite exactly the same base tone. I think Unacceptable is more similar in terms of the base tone, but the shimmer changes it so much. So I will do, I think of the two of them, Unacceptable is more similar. But yeah, that shimmer really changes it. It gives it a grunginess that is quite a bit different once it's built up. But yeah, the base color is very similar. And yeah, very opaque in comparison. All of these other ones, much more opaque than this year's collection. Okay. Yeah, both chartreuse base. Hop In is definitely like a yellow, like a lemony yellow kind of color. And then for mini golf, I have pulled BMO Chop and Upgrade Capsule, which are not the same. And I won't bother swatching those because they're, I think, pretty obviously quite a bit different. They're both much darker. And of course, we have the pink, orange, gold shimmer here and that like magenta kind of shimmer here, as opposed to the blue, but also just like such a darker base that I don't think it's worth swatching those next door. Was there anything else that anyone wanted to see comparisons on? I will put the topper Midnight Schemes over top of Latanya's polish here. I know you lying. Actually, you know what? Why don't I put it over here and do it separate? Was there anything else that anyone wanted to see the topper over? What did I say something funny? I don't know what I said 3 seconds ago. You know that, right? I literally never know what I said 3 seconds ago. Topper over mini golf. That could be fun. Ooh. Oh, I like it. Oh, I like it. Whose suggestion was that? Sylvia. Sylvia, good suggestion. Oh my goodness, that is fun. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That's really good. So that's Midnight Schemes over I Know You Lying. You want to see the topper on all the neons? All right. I'll just do a half topper over all of them. How about that? So let's just go on the tip here. We'll do just the tip. Don't worry, Brittany, it's just the tip. Ooh, I like it on a skating rink. Oh, yeah, that's nice on laser tag, too. It's fun how it comes out like so much of the pink and orange tones come out over laser tag. I think mini golf, we're going to see more of the blue and green. Well, there's actually still a fair bit of that, like, you get some purple, some pink. That's cool. And then over air hockey, Gonna get those lighter colors over Cosmic Baseball as well. I'd expect to see those lighter colors. Yeah. That's a fun topper over basically all of them, but I think I like it best over Skating Rink and Laser Tag of this set. When I do voiceovers, I literally forget what the beginning of my sentence was. Yeah. Yes. There's a reason I don't do voiceovers. I cannot be trusted to do an entire sentence from beginning to end while recording. It's impossible. Do I have the wheel with the mall rat shades handy? Yeah, for sure. I can show you that. All right. Where is that wheel? Here it is. All right. So, if anyone missed it, this was the Monarch Lacquer Mall Rats collection that just came out. So it's these ones here. So, Deb Burnout. There's definitely like no dupes here. It's a different vibe entirely to this collection. But yeah, this is Deb Burnout. And then I guess Contempo Heatwave would be the closest to Skating Rink, but it's much more orange. Gadzooks Overload has that yellow-green shimmer, so quite a bit different there. Mini Golf. And then, of course, this one's not a neon. So yeah, and nothing even vaguely similar to Air Hockey or Cosmic Baseball. Much more of a sort of like 90s colors. The topper and base Crelly you needed to be a staple in your shop? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, I think that you could certainly coordinate them. The Monarch ones are a little more similar to BCB's Neon collection from last year, the Indieversary collection from last year, in terms of opacity, and also the shimmer is a little bit more similar. It's got a warmer shimmer rather than the cooler shimmer that she's gone with this year. Teal Dreams as an undie for my showcase. Interesting. BCB is curious. Why didn't you try that? Why didn't you try that? Adding the topper. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, we might need to try two separate things then. All right, let's do Teal Dreams as an undie to Soup Goliath Alberio. And separately, we will try Soup Goliath Alberio with Midnight Schemes over top of it. So, how's the best way to do this? Let's do it this way. Let's be real weird. Let's just be so weird. I've never tried doing a magnetic on the underside of a swatch wheel or a swatch ring or swatch whatever one of these guys before. Yeah, I mean, you're allowed to be curious. This is the best time and place for you to express that curiosity. I agree. It's fine. I'm happy to play. I'm gonna go ahead and top coat everything while I'm while I'm here. You know what? I'm gonna give myself the gift of setting this top coat aside. So here's what I do. This is what I do. Once it gets to the point where I have to like really lean it over to be able to get to it, I set it aside and I open a fresh bottle of the same stuff. And then when the second bottle gets real low, then I will add a little thinner to one of them and shake it up real good and stick it in the other one. Put them together. But it's so nice working with a fresh bottle. And I'll tell you, when I do the when I do the mixa of the two bottle dregs together, it's like having a whole new bottle because of the adding thinner to the old one to get it all out. You like slightly over thin the one that you're pouring out so you can shake the shit out of it and get everything out of it. And then it ends up perfect when you mix it together with the other one that's just a little bit too gloopy. I'm not even gonna bead this. It's gonna be fine. It'll soften some, but that's all right. Do I need an empty bottle or more top coat? I need more base coat. That's what I need. You topped me up on top coats. That's why I have this spare one right here, waiting. Because I'm spoiled. Spoiled rotten. You do that with your top coats too? Yeah. Base coats as well. I love doing that with base coats as well. I mean, it makes sense, right? You want to try and get as much use out of it as possible. I am going to have to do another coat of the magnetic of Soup Alberio, or Soup Goliath Alberio. Listen, when I am struggling to even remember the name of my own ding dang polish, that is when you know it is a stream. All right. The brain truly do just shut all the way off. Okay, so this is one coat of Soup Goliath Alberio over Teal Dreams. Ooh, you have a matte top coat coming again? Yay. My polish name triggers you to say good soup every time. That's very real. I like that. That works quite nicely as a base for Soup Goliath Alberio, and it actually really enhances the teal, the overall teal vibe. Plus, this way you would go through less polish because you're essentially using the magnetic as a topper. And there is something to be said for that. But yeah. Let me just boost this a little bit now that we're not dealing with neons quite so much. So there we have one coat of Teal Dreams underneath one coat of Soup Goliath Alberio. And then here beside it, we have two coats, or did I do three coats? I can't remember now, of just Soup Goliath Alberio. Not identical, but it is a good soup base. Definitely. And then if I use Midnight Schemes over top of Soup Goliath Alberio, that might be a little too messy. Might be a little too messy. We need another coat of the of soup. We need more soup underneath. We've got some soup pooling in the middle here. It didn't completely dry that first coat. It pooled too much. I put it in too thick and it pooled. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go here. We'll do it this way. Too many ingredients in the soup. The release date for all of these, they're all coming out the same day, which is May 2nd. It's a stew now, yes. Yeah, I do think it's too much with the topper. I also think there are some people who are going to be like, no, the too much is actually the correct amount. But I'm of the opinion that it's the too much is a bit too much. But you know, you're allowed to use your toppers on anything you want. But yeah, I feel like you lose the magnetic a little bit. It starts to get a little bit too obscured by everything else. Let's top coat these bitches. I just want to top coat the magnetics because they're so pretty. I don't normally bother top coating my Swatch wheels. Sometimes I do. But like, oh, they're so pretty when they're shiny. All right. I do also, I top coat. Yes, I top coated my hands. We're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah. Yeah, I think the flakes are a little too similar to the magnetic pull colors. I agree. It is really clever. Yeah, I could totally see doing it as an accent nail. That could be a lot of fun. I do think that it obscures the magnetic though. But it's the sort of thing I would say, like, if you had them both and you felt like experimenting with it, could be kind of fun. Like, you're definitely getting an interesting combination with the lighting. You see the light on either side where you're getting more of the orange on one side from the flakes that are in the magnetic and more of the green and blue on the opposite side from the flakes that are in the topper. That's kind of cool. I'm not mad at that. I do find it slightly overwhelming. But as an accent nail, I could totally see it. And actually, I think I would like it better if it was velvet. I think I might like it better if it was velvet. All right. So, once again, pricing $13.75 for the throwback polish. Where the hell have you been, Loca? Latanya's birthday, no price. She didn't say. It's probably $13.75. I don't know. Could be less. Could be $500 for all I know. She didn't put a price on her info sheet. And so, maybe it's free. It's not free. It's probably $13.75. She'll tell us. Swatcher Showcase, that's the magnetic soup Goliath Alberio. Good soup. That one is $13.75. The 6-year Indieversary Duo, which is Teal Dreams and Midnight Schemes. $24 for the duo if you buy the set together, or $13.75 individually. And the Night at the Arcade collection, no price. This is my fault. I should have noticed that she had no price on them. And asked her about them earlier. Everything 15% off, all the new stuff. All the new stuff. 15% off May 2nd to May 4th. Launch is May 2nd. So the first 2 days, you get 15% off. You don't need a code or anything. You just put it in your cart. It's going to get applied at checkout. Yeah, the flakes definitely lay flat. You're not gonna need, unless you're like the most sensitive about texture, you're definitely not gonna need like a glitter smoothing coat or anything like that. I never do, basically, with BCB's flakies. Blah 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 blah. $77 for the collection, the 6-piece Night at the Arcade collection. So that's these guys here: Midnight Bowling, Skating Rink, Laser Tag, Mini Golf, Air Hockey, and Cosmic Baseball. So $77 for that set of 6 if you want to buy the whole thing together, or $13.75 individually. And yeah, everything available on, well, I guess it's on Saturday, right? Yeah, because it's the 30th today, so Saturday. What, noon? Yeah. Yeah, she had me proofread it, and I did not notice that she didn't have prices on those, so I'm apparently a bad proofreader. But at least she didn't say anything really stupid. She just missed information. Every once in a while she says something real silly, and I gotta catch that. That's my job. My job is not making sure she has prices on there. My job is making sure she hasn't said anything completely crazy. Like that they're coming out in January of 2026. Any other questions? Any other comparisons? Any other requests? Anyone care for a mint? What movie is that from? Help me out. Any questions? Any answers? Anyone care for a mint? Completely crazy is subjective. That is true, especially with you. Okay. I think that's it. Y'all. I'm tired. It's 10. Mint, please. Somebody get Dame a mint. One for Brittany as well. Excellent, excellent. Nobody knows what that quote is from, huh? Do I have to look it up right here and now? I might have to look it up right here and now. Nobody has it. It's all how to take care of mint plants. The internet does not know what this is from. And I know I didn't make it up. Belly, it's 3:10 a.m. somehow. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. That's too late. Go to bed, Belly. It's May 1st for you now? Yes. Go to bed. Happy May Day. Go do something that supports laborers in some way. I didn't make it up. It's probably from like a Saturday Night Live or something. It's like, it's very much, I don't think it's Monty Python. I hear it in a very specific voice that I associate with Saturday Night Live from like the 70s. So I'm gonna have to try and figure out where the hell I heard it from. It's for sure not Ace Ventura. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're just randomly throwing things out there. I've never even seen Ace Ventura because I hate that guy. Those are the only mint scenes you remember. I don't think I don't think the scene has anything to do with mints. All right, everybody. If you come up with any questions or want any comparisons after the stream, you can hit me up, and I will be happy to see what I can do for you. No, not Seinfeld. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's like it's in my head as like 1970s, like late 70s Saturday Night Live kind of something. For most of us, it's gonna be May. Y'all, y'all just underestimate how old I am. That's all. You forget. You forget how deeply, vastly, profoundly fucking old I am. Thank you all for being here and hanging out with me. Fuck no, he's not a national treasure. I hate him. He's so annoying. Press all the buttons, do the things. It helps, apparently. So they say. I don't know. They also say that doing shorts helps, but do you see me doing shorts? No, because they're fucking annoying. Maybe I'll clip that and make that a short. I won't because I'm too lazy. Thank you. I agree. The polish is excellent. I love it the most, this one. It's so pretty. It makes me very happy. Don't forget to tell your friends about the hippopotamus. Anything else? Tuesday afternoon is going to be a nail art stream. Probably the mermaids this time because we didn't do the mermaids this week. I might be doing a live stream of. I kind of want to take a week off of Swatch and reviews. I have another collection to Swatch and review, and it comes out on tomorrow. But I'm missing one of the polishes, and like there's a whole fiasco with pigments and stuff, and like I might just wait until a little later in the month, and do that. But Sylvia, in my mind, Peggy loves him and hockey. I mean, you're welcome to think that. You're welcome to think that. I love hockey when it's peewee players and they're at that stage where they're still kind of struggling to keep their feet under them a little bit. That's the hockey I like. That's my hockey. Wait, I have a cat. Hang on. There she is. There's the Cinna. She just came in. What a good girl. Hello. What a good girl. All right. That's it. We're done. Goodbye. I'll see you hopefully on Tuesday and maybe next Thursday. I don't know. Whatever. Bye. Goodbye. No. I'm going to do mermaids with not normal mermaidness. Okay, bye.